Hey gents, Carl here with Tactical Rifleman, and we're all about being prepared. And so what I did is I've brought in a good buddy of mine, Shane Kerwin, and he's gonna talk about personal preparedness and the gear that you can carry, because this is a subject that's dear to our heart, and he's one of the subject matter experts that I have on it. So anyway, Shane, thanks for coming out, brother.
Hey, thanks.
He's an old SF guy, but now this is what this guy teaches for a living. What's the name of your company?
Personal Survival Solutions.
So, I mean, this is the guy that literally, he gets paid to do this for a living. So what are you going to take us through today?
Today we're going to talk about everyday carry options and things that you can have, and tailoring it to your specific needs and, you know, what your particular mission would be.
Cool. I'm gonna let you get at it.
All right, thanks, Carl. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna talk about everyday carry needs and, you know, kind of figuring out what you actually need. What I like to tell people is we want to assess, we want to plan, prepare, and then rehearse. So we want to assess our situation, because everybody's life is a little bit different. Then we want to come up with a really good plan. We get the things together, we prepare for what we're going to need and what we're going to encounter, and then we need to rehearse those plans and you know, just take ourselves through different scenarios. So what we got on the table here is kind of some of the things that I carry every day on me. This is my summer setup, so it just depends on what I'm wearing. If I'm wearing pants like this or cargo shorts or that, I definitely believe in being an armed citizen, and I exercise that right. So I've got my summer everyday carry pistol here with an inside the waistband holster. Some other things that go along with it is definitely a pocket knife. I use this daily multiple times. High output flashlight, super important. Again, use it daily for a variety of things. Anytime I get in any type of low light situation, if I'm walking into a parking garage and can't see, I can pull this out and light things up and assess my situation. Big proponent of having a small fixed blade knife. So I have one on here. Notice that it's center line. So small fixed blade knife forward of the hip points that I can access with either hand. That gives me options. If I get into a critical incident, I can access this, create some space, and go to my firearm when it's appropriate. In addition to my firearm, because it is a small gun and round capacity is limited, I carry extra ammunition. The setup I got here is just a pocket carry by Wilderness. I can put it in my pocket. That keeps them upright so I can access them if I need to, but I can put it in cargo shorts, pants like this, a pair of jeans, and I don't have to have extra stuff that's on my belt. Sunglasses and a timepiece are important. These are Oakley's, you know, because we gotta keep that cool guy appearance at all times. I keep a small Gerber multi-tool. It comes in handy. It's got two really good stout blades on it, so I use this for most of my utilitarian type of cutting and things like that, opening boxes, letters. Small Bic lighter, because even though I don't smoke, it comes in handy. If I were to get stranded somewhere and had to walk home and maybe spend a little bit of time if I needed to start a fire, I've got that. And then the other option is just a little fire making rod that I have here that is another option for making fire. I always keep a real small high output flashlight, because again, they come in super handy. We sell these and advocate for them to some of the different clients that we have. It's something they can have with them all the time because their keys are going to be there. But if there's a disaster situation, power outage, something like that, we can turn it on and at least be able to see where we're going. I've got a pretty robust pen here, just because I need it for day-to-day office administrative work, but also this can act as an improvised weapon if I needed it. So it'll supplement, you know, my pocket knife or my fixed blade knife, my hand-to-hand skills, and then to go along with that, I carry a small expandable baton. Now, this in the firearm and your edge weapons is going to be dependent on whatever state that you live in. Here in Tennessee, I can carry a small expandable baton with a 4-hour class. Pepper gel, because I want less than lethal options. So my expandable baton, my pen, and pepper gel. This is one of the larger ones that stays in my messenger bag, but normally I have a pocket one that has a pocket clip that I can just carry with my normal everyday carry on my person. So lastly, rounding it out. We strap on guns and knives and various things to you know, protect ourselves, but unfortunately bullets and knives and that, if we can stab and shoot, people can stab and shoot us. So having some sort of medical option and the training to go along with it is super important. On my person, I carry a tourniquet. This is made by Wrap Medical, and it's held in an NSR inside the waistband holster. so I can have that on my person. One of the other options that I can do with the rat tourniquet is these are great when I unwind this. I can put it through my belt loops and lock it into the locking piece that's here, and it's basically out of sight, but it's really very readily accessible. In addition to that, I have a pocket trauma kit, or a traveler kit, or an everyday carry kit. So I've got several things that are in here to cover what I consider the big three, the things that'll kill somebody. You have massive bleeding, which is that bright red bleeding that every time the heart contracts, it spews out. We want to keep the red stuff going round and round and not on the ground. We want to keep the air going in and out of the holes that God gave us and no other ones. This kit's going to help address that. So with that massive bleeding, some sort of chest trauma, and then with that chest trauma tension that's building up. I have my tourniquet that's on my person to help with that massive bleeding. I've got hyphen twin pack compact chest seals with vents, so then I can cover any holes that God didn't give us, and if the tension starts to build up, these vents hopefully will let it bleed off, so I don't have to worry about that. North American Rescue compressed gauze. So when I get farther down in my treatment, if I have another wound there, I can pack this into where the wound is and then cover it up with a North American Rescue micro dressing, which is basically elastic band with gauze that's on it, absorbable gauze that I can put on and put pressure and control that bleeding. So when I designed this kit and North American Rescue puts these together for us, I wanted a package that covered those three, but that was small enough that I could put it in my pocket and carry with me with my regular everyday carry. This kit here being vacuum sealed, I can put in the back pocket of my pants here. It's about the size of my wallet, and it just goes opposite of my wallet, so I have some critical medical gear if I would ever need it. This is an elastic holster for putting medical gear or anything else that you would like to. And again, I can take this and put it in my back pocket, and it just takes the other side opposite of my wallet. What is normally with me is my everyday carry bag. So this is a messenger bag by 511. I have a series of them, and it all depends on what I'm doing with my day-to-day. This is my normal one because when I'm in and around town here, I'm doing things with Tactical Rifleman and Carl, or I also do some adjunct instructing down at Royal Range USA in Nashville. So I'm able to put a lot of stuff in here that I need for the various venues that I'm teaching. But what I can also do with this is I can add additional gear that I might need. I do a more robust trauma kit. It's this one here is for sale from my company, Personal Survival Solutions, and it's got all the things that we talked about in addition to a few other things. It's a relatively inexpensive kit. It's all vacuum sealed by them, and I can put it into my messenger bag and carry it around. Now, if I feel with my assessment that I need more equipment and I'm adding rifles, or I think the situation might warrant, I've got all kinds of pockets on this bag that I can add extra magazines, more trauma kits, whatever the case may be. When I travel out of town and I want to go a little bit more low vis, I have a canvas and leather messenger bag that I carry. It's not quite as large as this one, but it keeps a lot lower signature, so I'm not giving off that tactical vibe, which I might not want, you know, when I'm traveling to various cities. I can put most all this stuff in there where it's legal to carry it, and take it on the airplane with me or put it in check bag, and then I keep a low vis signature as I'm going. The one thing about low visibility we have to remember and think about and put into our planning is what we might perceive as low visibility might not be low visibility to somebody else. So as we're doing that assessment and planning and preparing to go whatever it is in our day-to-day lives, we need to you know, assess what it is and plan accordingly, so we kind of blend in and fit and don't stand out as that tactical guy that's you know, that somebody's going to hone in on if there's a critical situation and be the first one taken out. So with that, like I said, this is my everyday carry and some options. Everybody's going to be a little bit different, so I really encourage you to assess your personal life and situation, and then do your planning and preparations, and then continue to rehearse, because having all the equipment in the world doesn't do us any good if we don't have the training to back it up. So with that, hey, come see us at Tactical Rifleman or Personal Survival Solutions, and you can get that training. Thanks. See you at the range.
If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter so you don't miss out on anything.